They don't text you back within 10 minutes. At first, nothing happens. You tell yourself they're busy, they're driving, they're working, they're talking to someone. Then your chest changes. Your breathing becomes smaller. Not enough to notice immediately, just enough to make you check your phone again and again. You open the conversation, close it, open it again. You reread their last message, looking for evidence that everything is still okay. Your mind keeps searching, but your body has already made a decision. Somewhere beneath the thoughts, a quiet alarm has started ringing. And what makes this confusing is that the silence itself isn't painful. It's what the silence might mean. The hidden pattern. Many people believe relationship anxiety is mainly about emotions, worry, jealousy, neediness, overthinking. But for many people, the first reaction isn't emotional at all. It's physical. The shoulders rise, the stomach tightens, the breath becomes shallow. The body prepares for danger before the conscious mind has identified any threat. This is why anxious attachment can feel so confusing. Part of you knows nothing has happened. No argument, no rejection, no goodbye. And yet another part of you reacts as if the relationship is already slipping away. You are not reacting to reality. You are reacting to uncertainty, and uncertainty can feel surprisingly similar to loss. The origin. Most people do not develop this sensitivity because they are weak. They develop it because they became skilled observers. At some point, consistency was missing. Maybe affection appeared unpredictably. Maybe approval arrived only under certain conditions. Maybe emotional closeness felt available one day and distant the next. So attention became survival. You learned to watch, to notice, to anticipate, not because you wanted control, because connection felt too important to lose. Over time, the nervous system begins treating relationships differently from other parts of life. A delayed package is annoying. A delayed reply feels personal. A canceled appointment is disappointing. Emotional distance feels threatening. Because somewhere in the background exists an old belief. If connection disappears, something important inside me disappears too. The fear isn't really being alone. The fear is becoming emotionally unreachable to the people who matter. The mechanism. The mechanism is surprisingly simple. A small sign appears, a shorter text, a slower reply, a change in tone. The mind immediately starts filling in missing information. Humans dislike empty spaces. We create stories to complete them. The problem is that anxious attachment rarely fills those spaces with neutral stories. It fills them with danger. Once the story appears, the body responds as if the story were fact. Breathing becomes shallow. Shallow breathing sends signals of distress back through the body. The heart speeds up, awareness narrows, and suddenly, the original uncertainty feels even more convincing. The body reinforces the story. The story reinforces the body. A loop is created. Real-life recognition. Imagine someone sends, "Okay," nothing else. No emoji, no warmth, no explanation. For most people, it is simply a word. For someone with anxious attachment, it can become an investigation. You start measuring punctuation, analyzing timing, searching for hidden meaning. Not because you are dramatic, because your mind has learned to treat emotional signals like clues. Or maybe you're having a wonderful day, productive, focused, creative. Then one unexpected interaction changes everything. A partner seems distant. Suddenly the entire day becomes organized around restoring connection. Your attention leaves the present moment and starts orbiting around one unanswered question. Are we okay? Consider another situation. You want to express a need, something small. More communication, more affection, more clarity. But before speaking, you begin rehearsing possible reactions. You imagine disappointment, irritation, withdrawal. So the need remains unspoken. Not because it isn't important, because preserving closeness feels safer than risking conflict. Then there is the anxious-avoidant trap. One person moves closer when feeling uncertain, the other moves away. One sends, "Are you upset with me?" The other replies, "No, just tired." The first person asks more questions. The second person becomes quieter. Neither person is trying to hurt the other. Yet each person's protection strategy activates the other's fear. One pursues reassurance, the other protects space, and both leave the conversation feeling misunderstood. There is also the strange habit of preparing for endings that haven't happened. A relationship is going well, nothing is wrong. Yet part of your mind quietly scans for signs of future loss. You struggle to relax into happiness because your attention keeps searching for evidence that happiness is temporary. And perhaps the most invisible scenario happens when everything is actually fine. The message arrives. The reassurance comes. The tension disappears instantly. For a brief moment, breathing becomes easy again, which reveals something important. The anxiety was never living inside the relationship itself. It was living inside the uncertainty surrounding it. The hidden cost. The cost is not simply stress. It is absence. Anxious attachment quietly steals your ability to remain where you are. A dinner becomes a waiting room. A vacation becomes monitoring. A peaceful evening becomes analysis. Large portions of life are spent preparing emotionally for things that never happen. And that preparation requires energy, more energy than most people realize. Perhaps the deepest misunderstanding is this. People often believe anxious attachment is evidence of loving too much, but it is usually evidence of fearing disconnection too deeply. Those are not the same thing. Love moves toward another person. Fear monitors their distance. One creates connection. The other continuously measures the possibility of losing it. That distinction changes everything, because suddenly the problem is not the size of your feelings, it is the amount of danger attached to them. Awareness moment. Right now, think about someone important to you. Notice what happens in your body. Not your thoughts, your body, your shoulders, your stomach, your breathing. Many people discover something surprising. The relationship exists in their chest before it exists in their mind. And once you notice that, certain reactions begin making much more sense. Before we finish, there is one simple practice worth mentioning, not as a solution, just as an interruption to the loop. When panic starts climbing into your chest, cross your arms gently over your body and place your hands on opposite shoulders. This is often called the butterfly hug. Then allow your hands to alternate soft taps while letting your breath move lower into the diaphragm. Nothing dramatic, just a reminder that safety can be felt physically, not only proven mentally. Sometimes the body needs reassurance before the mind believes it. Later tonight, your phone will probably light up. A message will arrive, or it won't. The room will be quiet. The air will feel still. And somewhere between one breath and the next, you may notice something you never noticed before. The fear was never hiding in the silence. It was hiding in what the silence seemed to promise. For years, many people mistake those two things for the same experience. They are not. One is an empty space. The other is a story. And stories can feel so real that they change the rhythm of our breathing. In the next video, we'll explore what happens when anxiety follows us into the night. When relationships become quiet, the mind sometimes creates entire worlds to keep itself company. Imaginary conversations, imaginary futures, imaginary versions of ourselves. We'll explore maladaptive daydreaming and why so many people begin scripting alternate realities just before sleep. Until then, simply notice the next breath that arrives without effort. The one that appears when, for a moment, nothing needs to be solved.